Okay, now they just won't answer the
To dial an
phone.
extension, press 2. For
I have these
directory of
reports that they
extensions,
haven't
press
called me
3.
back for.
To repeat these options,
So
press
now
9.
this is the one that would answer the
There's no
phone.
operator available at this hour.
So now
Record your
let's call
message at
police
the tone.
headquarters. They keep
When
hanging
you
up in
are
my
finished,
face.
hang up or press pound.
Can you imagine having a stalker and fearing your life and being deprived of law enforcement? Getting treated like this? How it would feel? Trapped on trains. People have enough power to abuse to just trap you on a train while you're getting threatened and terrified. And just get away with it. Just blatant lies to keep, even with the blatant lies, I'm supposed to have supervised visits. They won't even give me that. Then still, Attorney General robbing me of payments. They're taking money out of my account now out of corruption, out of my payment check. Yes, ma'am. May I have your name? Now they won't answer. This is clear-cut tampering with evidence. Hindering the case is a crime. These are crimes. To hang up in my face when I'm trying to report crimes, sabotaging emergency call or these calls is criminal. You can't just decide because you're corrupt that you want to hang up in the party's face that's begging for her life and do it years. Literally, I have been begging for my life in emergencies and they've done the same thing. I wasn't recording it. It was out of control. The 911 operator would be abusive and violate me when I'm getting threatened in the background. It would happen multiple times a day. But you have to realize that a stalker is controlling these people. I knew from the behavior that I was witnessing and the people involved in the government that had lost their ever-loving mind in this corruption, it was dangerous. The schemes that these people, the petty schemes down to the extreme that these people were involved in made me fear everyone's safety before COVID, and I repetitively was ignored. They didn't answer. This is Southwest Patrol. They're so corrupt. They scheme and they won't even take it. They barely even take reports there. They're so corrupt. They refused multiple times to take reports on child abuse. They just flat out refused it and lied and schemed so they wouldn't have to take the report. The same man. And then I tried to get directions on the phone. He was trying to scheme to not even give me directions. He wasn't supposed to know me, but he did. And didn't even want me to have directions.
Good morning, Southwest Patrol, Sergeant Skinner. How can I help you?
Hello, Sergeant Skinner. I've been having some problems. I'm sorry?
Good morning. Who is this?
My name's Kay.
Hey, Kay, how you doing?
I'm not doing so well, Skinner.
Is that your government name, Kay?
That's what I go by.
Oh, that's what you go by. Okay. What you got? What's going on today?
Yeah, I've been reporting some crimes that was going on with my daughter, and I haven't had visitation, and I got put on supervised visits out of corruption. And I just can't, I'm just repetitively not being heard. And then I wanted to know why I was, trapped on trains and all this other chaos, and an investigation is refused for me. I've been ran off roads.
Like Dart train?
Yeah, it was recorded on their camera. 4:08 a.m. July 4th on the Buckner going to the Green Line going to Buckner. The Dart train would not open the door for several stops while I was trapped on the train and was threatened by boys. Several.
Did you contact Dart PD?
I did. They told me they tried to threaten me and make me get off property, and they arrested me multiple other times, reporting the daily experiences that I had, how people would degrade me openly on camera footage, purposely to demean me. My abuser has a thing for that. Now he's had enticed churches to do it, degrade me and disregard my value. So, but I'm sure that multiple parties wouldn't believe that. But what I'm confused about, confused about, Skinner, is I repetitively keep reporting this, and they keep sending right care out. And I don't know why they would need to send right care because it's on camera footage. But they send right care out repetitively, Skinner. I told them about the postal crimes. They questioned my mental health, and all they had to do was a simple investigation. I told them about the conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes. They sent out right care. I told them about my stalker. They sent out right care. I told them about the child abuse. They sent out right care, and they still threaten right care all the time. I went to a domestic violence support group, Skinner, a domestic violence location, and I came back, nothing happened. And they sent out Metro Care staff, mental health people, and said that I was in a mental crisis. How? And I live alone now. I can't even talk about all the chaos I experienced because it's not realistic. But the degree of power that is abused, Skinner, to violate me is inexcusable. And my daughter. My whole family, in fact. Because my son got hit with a car and the police didn't want to take the report. I'm sure that was on camera footage. I'm sure the complex had camera footage. No investigator has called me, Skinner, with all this chaos.
Is all of this happening in Dallas?
It is, yes, in Dallas, Skinner. But some kind of way, 70-something reports. Attorney General's robbing me, Skinner. There's payments coming out of my payroll check now that don't even make sense. Dad owes me, so we both are getting child support. We both are collecting child support payments, Skinner. And then payments came up missing up to $5,800. Then it was coming out of Social Security payments. And then what was odd, it was coming out of Social Security payments. And then like $200 or $300 was missing at a time sometimes. So the funds never furnished. And for some reason, they want to call the police so that the DART drivers that were violating me and CPS, I'm not understanding why even restaurants that deny me services and have me leave, they all threaten the police, Skinner. Like the police are going to enforce their crimes and their abuse. And then I went to the family place trying to get services. They sabotaged services. Police pushed and shoved me at made me leave 2 different locations trying to get a protection order. So what am I supposed to do? I thought it was a crime to deprive a citizen of law enforcement and enforce criminal activity to abuse that. That's like gangster stuff, Skinner, that the police is involved in. Like, what is that, RICO, racketeering? It's like they're creating issues for that individual to fear their safety and then deprive them of law enforcement. This is when the government is involved in like gangster criminal activity. That's terrifying to me. When they become bullies and gangsters for whatever reason, multiple departments, internal affairs, DA, CPS, when they are so corrupt, they deprive you of your constitutional right to go to court and defraud people out of money, emotional distress, and psychological abuse from the government. Skinner, doesn't that make you afraid for your family and your family's future?
I'm trying to gather. You've been talking a lot to the family.
Sir, I don't know why I get gaslit out of the, repetitively. Because you should fear your family's safety if the government is involved in gangster criminal activity, racketeering, and RICO. I'm not really, because I'm deprived of a lot of education for what is criminal. But from what I gather, the government is behaving like gangsters. They are setting up chaos and then depriving the person of law enforcement to get protected from the chaos they created. That's why they want to investigate the 70-something reports, and they keep sending right care out to cover for their criminal activity. Because depriving me out of funds, Attorney General, that's theft. That's a major crime. Then food stamps, then money out my account.
Ms. K,
Yes.
do you work?
I don't understand what that has to do with these crimes, sir, and why I'm being denied law enforcement.
What kind of money you got coming in? That's why I'm asking.
What does that have to do with the government being gangsters?
Huh?
Deciding to be gangsters and be involved with some chaos that they shouldn't be? Why don't you feel safe as, if you have integrity? I want to talk about all the chaos I reported, getting trapped on trains, and how Attorney General is allowed to steal from me in Social Security Administration, and how I was deprived of funds in my account, and then there was a theft when I had my ATM card in my purse, but someone took cash out of my account, $2,000, and would have my PIN, and the bank and the police department cover for it, and threatened to take me to jail for trying to report it. I want to talk about that, how these extreme events. I want to talk about how I was deprived the right to go, my constitutional right to go to court.
Let me talk. You ready?
Yeah, I don't want you to deflect, Skinner. They've been deflecting years. I want you to stay focused and get a resolution today because I've been deprived of one for years.
I can't stay focused. You're talking too much. I'm trying to focus, though.
I remember you, Skinner. You're the one that wanted my door open so everyone could see where I lived. And then you claimed it was too high.
I don't know you, so I didn't want to come out like that. I don't know you like that.
Oh, sure, Skinner. You didn't want to take the report to investigate yourselves. You didn't want to do the investigation. You had the pre-written report number, which I thought was a felony.
You had to do what?
I thought the pre-written report number was a felony. You had the pre-written report number, and you denied me investigation for all the chaos I experienced.
You gonna let me talk?
Well, I mean, you already have integrity issues, but go ahead and talk, Skinner. You're the only one I'm allowed to talk to.
Tell me when I'm done. Tell me when you're done.
Well, the reports that you took with an attorney general committing crimes, my bank committing crimes, all these parties, the interference with child custody, I never, out of all this chaos, I had calls from 2 investigators. 6 months later, when the first report was denied, when the guy pulled a gun on me, assault with a deadly weapon, Skinner, you're interrupting critical evidence.
Miss K,
Yes.
have you ever showed me any kind of child support papers? I asked you for those. You couldn't produce them.
That's a blatant lie, Skinner. I'm not going to be able to progress if people blatantly, consistently keep lying. I have it now. I have it on.
I asked you for those papers and you couldn't produce them. So how can I file a report? I need the numbers off there. I need the judge's name. There's a lot of documents that I need to file a report. If you don't give me what I need, I can't file a report for you, ma'am.
Well, I don't know why you deprived investigation. Like I said, there was camera footage of when I got locked. I don't know why you're interrupting critical evidence like they've been doing for years.
Ms. K, let's stick to that topic right now.
No, I want to stick to the topics where we can get resolutions. I don't want you to focus on areas that nothing gets resolved like for years. Let's stick to where we can get resolutions. Okay, so the camera footage of me getting locked on the train.
That's dealing with DART. Call DART PD.
Well, DART PD is refusing it. Okay, the interference with child custody crimes that I'm refused investigation for. The interference with child custody that I'm refused.
Dealing with DART, you're gonna have to call DART.
I'm saying I don't appreciate the police enforcing my daughter the interference with child custody crimes. That's still a felony, even if the police wants to be involved in it.
Child custody papers so we can file the charges?
I've turned it in multiple times and shown it to multiple police. They keep showing it.
I'm asking you, let's stick to the topic. Are you going to give the officer that comes to your house today?
Yes.
Because I asked for one when I was there and you couldn't produce them.
I don't think that you should repetitively keep covering up for crime, sir. I have the papers. But here's the problem. If you had a legitimate interest in protecting my daughter, just investigate it. You can find these papers on your own.
No, ma'am, no, it don't work like that.
Okay, well, it don't work, period, because I'm denied investigation. They said neglect. They said neglect. They can't get their lie straight and have not told me what the neglect is. They have not given me any circumstances to combat the situation, to solve the issue, and have access to my child, period. I'm on supervised visits. I can't talk to her on the phone, can't text her, have no communication, period. They did allow me at one point to send money and gifts. Now they have stopped me from doing that because I think you guys are behind it. I think whoever enlisted stepmom to go up there and lie to the court, I think you guys are bullying and violating people until they start violating me.
You can't do that. Don't slander the Dallas Police Department.
The Dallas Police Department is committing crimes. You have 7. It's open and shut. If someone would do an investigation, that's why you're the problem. You don't need to threaten a citizen, but take them to jail for reporting identity theft. That's criminal. You are committing crimes openly. Dude, I'm not going to cover for you. You're committing a crime. It's criminal. That's not slander. It's evidence. That's why you want to investigate the 70-something reports. It does not mean the right to report thefts because it's Attorney General. And then out of my bank account, threatening to take me to jail, detaining me for reporting the crimes going on with the court. I was detained by Central Patrol, South Central Patrol, detained and hauled off for trying to report child abuse. Well, you still came and wanted my door open so I can be to jeopardize my safety and people can see my apartment number. You still came and did that. So and then you took cover for all the chaos, wanted to do an incident report, bullied me and violated me like gangsters and deprived me of law enforcement. But anyway, back to the court. You're going to send someone else over. I repetitively keep reporting it. They have not told me what I have done wrong. Can't get their lie straight. A multitude of people, which is a felony, interference with child custody. Even if you're the police department, the government, judges that wants to be a part of that, it's still a felony. It does not change because of your position.
So how you gonna? You're gonna have to give us the evidence so we can write the report. But if you don't give us
first off, I have the interference with child custody. You have my YouTube channel. All of that's evidence. CPS don't call and threaten the police to cover up for crimes they're committing.
I need the actual child support documents, ma'am. I don't need to watch your YouTube channel.
You're deflecting, sir, to cover up for crimes again. I have you asked for the custody agreement. I have the custody agreement. I have the recording. If you're going to tamper with evidence, that's a felony.
Anything else for me today, Ms. Kay?
Okay, so you told me to have the documentation and you keep deflecting for cover up and playing games. You're committing a crime right now. Why did the police have such a big stalking keeping me away from my children? Why did they interrupt me trying to withdraw my son from the school so I can have access to him because I was a legal custodial parent and no one would enforce the custody agreement? So I went up there to withdraw him from the school. They came in there, interrupted me, and gave me a criminal trespass, preventing me from going to his games, and having any access to him, period. Why are the police becoming gangsters, bullying me and violating me to keep me away from my loved ones?
What police department is that, Ms.
That was in Cass County. I talked to Roy Barker, and Roy Barker covered for the chaos. But I'm talking about Dallas, and you're covering for those crimes, deflecting. I'm just showing you a pattern of the chaos that the government has been enlisted to commit. The crimes and the cover-up and being gangsters now.
Okay?
Okay, well, let's talk about the crimes that are going on in Dallas that are getting ignored. You said that you sent someone else over. You're playing the emotional games, the psychological games. You say you're going to help, like the Parkland person called and said she was going to help and then hung up.
Okay, Ms. K?
So, like the Parkland person that called and said, this is a pattern for me, that said she was going to help and hung up and never called back.
I'm going to count to 5, Ms. K, and then I'm going to hang up because you're not letting me talk and you're not listening.
You said you're going to send someone out. I'm just establishing a pattern, sir. Are you sending someone out? Or did you change it like the Parkland worker?
Do you have paperwork is the question. I'm not going to...
I've already stated that I did. I don't need you to be gaslight me and psychologically abusive like you guys are told to do, like a multitude of other people. I have the paperwork. What I want to know is why you're depriving investigation for like 70-something reports.
Is your paperwork stamped by Dallas County and with a judge's signature?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do is put in a 911 call and you want to do child custody. What day you supposed to get your baby, Ms. K?
Well, we're deflecting, sir. Crimes were being committed.
Hey, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, well, I want to make sure you understand. Crimes were being committed. You're interrupting it. Why do you guys want to keep me away from my child? Interference with child custody is a felony, Skinner. Why is the police department enforcing that crime?
Okay.
Why would the police department, like gangsters and bullies, enforce that crime? Is that considered family violence?
No, it's not, ma'am.
Okay, well, is my son getting hit with a car, someone waiting for my son to take out the trash, waiting there and hit him with a car intentionally? Is that family violence?
No, ma'am.
So someone waiting for my son to take out the trash and intentionally hit him with a car is not family violence?
If the person was a family member of theirs that he intentionally did it, yes.
Okay, well, I thought family violence is like when maybe I don't know so what would that be considered if a stalker set it up and the police cover for it? And denied investigation. The investigator never called me back when he tried to not do the report and I escalated it. How can you not do a report when a child, a 15-year-old, was hit with a car intentionally? But he tried to deprive me of the report, then I escalated it and the investigator never called me back when my child was hit with a car.
Where did it happen at, Ms. K?
It happened in Brandon Mills Apartments in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, we're in Dallas?
Yes. We were staying with my sister for the summer.
When was that?
That was about 2016. You got scammed. I'm just trying to show a track record of the abuse that my family has been subjected to that has been ignored.
Ignored by who? I'm sure the police came out there, but this is 2022, man. I'm sure something was done.
Like I told the other party, the investigator that didn't want to do anything regarding this, I don't care if it happened in 1882. It's my child that got hit with a car, and I don't understand why the police would deprive me to find out why someone waited for him to take out the trash. Because if he waited, I had been telling him to take the trash out all day. Sir, I have been telling him to take out the trash all day. So someone had to have been listening to me to know that he was going to take out that trash at that particular moment, then waited and hit him with a car. I have been trying to set up the evidence that I'm getting stalked that is repetitively ignored.
What's his name and date of birth? Let me look up the report. What's his name and date of birth, your son?
Around about 2016, 2015.
And he got hit by a car?
He got hit by a car, yes. And I was the one, I gave them my ID and my information.
Where is he at now?
He's in another location.
Why he not with you, Ms. Clark?
Are you trying to gaslight me and be abusive? You already know why he's not with me, because of the crimes that you guys are committing, him getting hit with a car. He's scared. He's not safe. But we're deflecting. This is part of the psychological abuse. Let's get back to the fact of him getting hit with the car and pull the record.
Not about psychological abuse in this car. I'm trying to help you.
Okay, you just got the information. So what's going on with the report? You said you were going to look it up.
We're looking it up right now. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Stand by, okay?
Okay. So part of the psychological abuse, because I've been going through this a long time, is they try that. Why is he not with you? It's hot in here. Different things like that to cause, it's hot in here so people can know where I'm at. These are purpose schemes for distress and emotional abuse. He knows that I miss my children. Why isn't your son with you? Well, because you bullied and violated him and came up to the school and interrupted me from withdrawing him. Allowed him, he got hit with a car. He knows he's not safe. On purpose, witnessed the police trying to cover for it. He's not by me because of your crimes. That's why he's not with me. He already knows it, and he now gaslights and violates me to cover for the crimes. Police don't typically interrupt a parent, a legal custodial parent, from trying to withdraw their child unless they're committing crimes. Okay, let's see what crime he has up now. Okay, you look for it. He hung up. Psychological games. He's supposed to be looking at covering up for someone waiting for my son to take out the trash and hit him with the car. Tell me why these police are not gangsters. They deliberately want to engage. They hung up again. Oh, okay. I don't know what my phone is doing. My phone is behaving odd. It's doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. See? It's all kinds of things going on with my phone. Hello?
Dallas Police Department, how can I help you?
May I have your name?
Can I have your name, ma'am?
Is it Skinner again? Why'd you hang up? You were supposed to be telling me what was going on with my son. Remotely controlled, you can see it.
I'm not even near the phone. The phone just hung up, so I'm assuming you hung up.
My phone's remotely controlled. You guys want to investigate? It's proof now. It's proof now.
I was saying I didn't find your son's name in the system. How do you spell it? T-R-I-S-T-A-N?
Would it be under my name, sir? You can see.
You
Let's look all this chaos going with my phone. They don't care. It's sick. You're witnessing it yourself. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Who are you talking to? Somebody ever seen this card?
I'm sorry. Sir, did you want to look under my name?
Okay, we're looking up under your name right now. Keanu Clark. Woo.
Now it's behaving. A little bit.
Huh?
You see how see how the flashlight is going on and off?
Ms. Clark, are you talking to yourself? Do I need to send right there out there?
You need to send right care out for your guy. You guys are the ones that need help. And not investigating 70-something reports stealing from Attorney General payments and food stamps when I was in a crisis. And not depriving me of the right and enticing my cell phone providers to commit crimes with you and deprive me for an investigation of the phone issues that you guys created out of corruption. You can see it. I'm nowhere near my phone. You're witnessing it.
Okay.
So did you need my name to check up the crime that I was reported to you? Flashlight just keeps going off and on its own. This is how I shut off in emergencies and the text and data and all this and the crisis when I had to send important documentation and different things. You're looking and witnessing it right now. Who's controlling it? So are you going to look up the one my son got hit with a car? Are you guys behind it? Is that why you want to investigate it? That's pretty sick, and I don't understand why that marshal laughed at me when I was trying to report that. Why are you guys using my kids as leverage to hurt me psychologically? Isn't that criminal? He hung up. Where is he? No, he's still there. Hello? So you can see that the police department and the government are obviously behind these crimes. And I don't know how comfortable you feel with this, knowing that the police department is behind a 15-year-old getting hit with the car. They're betting that, maybe because he's black and we are not wealthy and background, maybe, they're betting on him not to have any value along with me. So you don't care. And they can continue to get away with it. So all they have to do is establish a pattern that this family doesn't have value. So you shouldn't care. So let us terrorize and torture them for whatever reason we have for doing it. You just deem it as okay. Church, we just want you to deprive them of services. He hung up. They wouldn't, it's intentional. They don't want to investigate it. So because you just witnessed them playing games with me to investigating a report of someone hitting a 15-year-old, waiting for them to take out the trash and hitting them with a car. Only days, a couple of days, like 1 or 2 days after I had a date. This is what the government is doing with your tax dollars. Sitting on my phone, remotely controlling it. You're witnessing it. So like I said, all they have to do is make you guys think that we don't have enough value for you to care, condone our corruption and abuse. Churches, we need you to violate her, disregard her. I went to another church. I was invited to another event. I went there, the same chaos, disregarding multiple different parties. If you know my life is in jeopardy and I reported that to you, why are you depriving me of love and support? All of them. All of them. They said it was very, bleak and, was very, just a very short conversations. How are you? Fine. And you? And then I was disregarded. So I just left. I've been in church a long time and this is new. I believe someone is behind it. While these church members lie about therapy, multiple different things, and, different kind of assistance that the church gives, they won't give it to me. So now they have concocted that we only give services to people that are members. There's a process for this new church to be a member. So now they have concocted, some other church staff, that we can only give you services if you're a member. So otherwise you can't get services. These are what the parties are telling me. But all churches I have been to have deprived me of the services they give before COVID.